Stop dilly-dallying. Let's get into this series. It is the other semi-final to find out who will be facing Scarlet in the grand finals. Down here in the bottom right-hand side, in the blue, the Protoss player representing Mouse Esports and playing Protoss. It is Big Gabe, also known as Heromarine. Of course, his name is Gabriel Sagat, and whilst I do talk about him as being a German player, he's actually also a dual citizen with Italy. So you will see Heromarine often representing Italy in WESG, where he's allowed to, same way you see Stefano representing Tunisia rather than France, as he's also a dual citizen. Up here in the top left-hand side, in the red, the Brazilian beast. It's Diego Kelazhur, or Kelagod, as we like to call him. The man who originally made a name for himself in 2015 with Mass Reaper and 2016. And, you know, he really just got better and better. And last year made it to BlizzCon. Took a map off Dark with a Medevac speed boost upgrade build. I don't care if, obviously, his first run at BlizzCon, he didn't manage to, like, kill a whole bunch of people and make it to the round of 8. He friggin' won a map with Medevac upgrade. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Kelazhur is just a cool dude. Showed some great play yesterday, taking down TLO. He even managed to beat TLO Zerg with a dirty, dirty Chargelord Immortal all-in, which I thought TLO was holding, even though he'd overdroned a little bit, but Kelagod just broke through. His Immortals did way too much damage. So, Kelazhur here. Of course, both players are Terran. We're starting with a Protoss versus Zerg. For anyone who's just tuned in, this is the StarCraft Master Tournament. We find out who is the true StarCraft Master, not who's some loser who just tryhards one race to get to BlizzCon and is like, oh, I'm gonna win some money. Maybe I'll win some money. And actually, you know what happens? Do you guys know? People actually care more about this tournament because there's more on the line. Everyone knows having a title pig made up is more important than winning $300,000 first place at BlizzCon. This is a pretty important tournament. It's serious, it's hardcore, and whoever wins this is basically, they're just going to get sucked up to by every other pro gamer for the rest of time. So both players trained for months for this. They are amazing. We've heard so much tell of Heromarine's off-race prowess, and he showed it yesterday, of course, with a powerful 5-1 turnaround against Hearthstone. Heromarine, he was behind in a lot of those games as well. Hearthstone's a good off-racer, guys. Don't let the scoreline trick you in some of those series. Heromarine was turning those series upside down. I think that the scariest thing about Heromarine is his late game, as all 3 races is so well-rounded. It is so solid. He's an amazing player. He's already blocking the third. Kelazhur goes and takes the other third base. He's pulled off gas, so it looks like relatively standard opening here for Kela. And back at home, we do have a Stargate. So Heromarine playing a pretty standard PvZ opening to start things out. For anyone who's not familiar with the format, we rotate through all 9 possible matchups. So we could still play another Protoss versus Zerg throughout the series, but of course the matchup would be swapped, where Kelazhur would have to be Protoss and Heromarine would be Zerg. So if it does go to 4 wins apiece before someone gets that 5th win, we will see all 9 matchups. So far, we haven't had that. We've had a few series go to 8 matchups before it gets closed out, but these off-race versus off-race matches are quite important, as are the main race versus main race matchup. So when these two clash in Terran versus Terran, that's going to be a really important match, which could help to decide the series. In the last series, of course, we saw Scarlet actually do very well against Raynor in off-race versus off-race. And even though he managed to win their Zerg versus Zerg encounter, he was, not able to win this series. So Scarlet there did manage to take that one out. She's waiting in the grand finals now. The Phoenix is here. It's going to clean up this Overlord. Oracle comes in though. Ooh, Heromarine already getting a big pull of those drones. That's a lot of lost mining time. And yeah, 4 kills is very nice. He's going to get out of there as well. Back at home, and Overlord just died here to that Phoenix. Heromarine with a good start to things. Of course, Kelazhur skipping Spore Crawlers. So this is what I call... I call this true style Zerg versus Protoss. It's where you basically say, I am just going to accept drone losses. You try to make sure your queens are in position. Usually you'd want to go 4 or 5 queens if you play this way, but then you delay your spores as long as possible, sometimes never building spores. Only now has Kelazhur actually committed to those spores. This queen going to get some nice damage on this Oracle. That Oracle's coming in towards the main. The Spore's not ready. Oh, no, the Spore's not ready. Oh, no. Diego. Oh, Heromarines like, hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Oh, actually doesn't focus fire at the end. Could have killed a few more drones. Instead, loses the Oracle. And, you know, it's not game ending. It's bad. It's bad for Diego. It's not great, but it's not game ending. Equal workers aside, because Kelazhur's been quite greedy. He's playing pretty low on units. He denied the third for a little bit with these Zerglings running around. Finally, Heromarine will get this third down. I think really the scary part is got to be the charge and the prism. Do we have a Templar Archives down? Yeah, okay. So there is going to be an Archon charge lot pressure follow-up. And that's the thing where I think Kelazhur needs to, yeah, really just get a lot of roaches out. I wouldn't mind him massing roaches off 50 drones. Maybe get one more gas so he can make a few ravages and try to block the Archon charge lot and then just do a big counter swing all in across the map. I feel like that's a good way to play. Sees the Warp Prism coming out, so he knows there's going to be units coming his way. Heromarine, meanwhile, scouting for any sort of Queen Roach push down the left-hand side. He knows this base is very close. It's not that far to get down here to his third. So he's got to be very wary of that. We see Archons morphing in over on the right-hand side. Roach is coming out now for Kelazhur. He's looking like he wants to push across the map. He might be able to damage this third. There is an Immortal almost out, though, so I feel like you really want to stay at home as Kelazhur until you've got Roach speed and a lot more Roaches. Because if you get hit by Archons and Zealots in your Mineral Line and you're not ready, and your Roaches get defended by the Immortal charge lot, ooh, that's where things can get really nasty. He is indeed doing what I was talking about. Those Roaches going across the map. The Prism is going to scout it. And here we go, he's hitting there. Yeah, I like this pullback from Heromarine. I think those probes are just going to pull into the natural. Those two Adepts are going to go down. Easy pickings there. I think Kelazhur should not break that wall. He should absolutely go and hit the third base and take the easy damage. The Archons are going to go in, though, and start tearing up the worker line. I was talking about not being prepared at home, and you're not going to break through that. That Immortal and the second Immortal almost out is standing way too strong. These Roaches are going to start popping, though. There we go. Finally, those Roaches do come out. The drones go back to mining. Back on the other side of the map, the Roaches are still going back and forwards, not committing. Archons and Immortals coming out. There's a second Immortal there. As Kelazhur, I think you've got to go to that third base for sure. The Archons are going into the main. He's still trying to force the issue on the natural. I think this might be a little bit ambitious here from Kelazhur. Zealots can still charge in. Killing the Cybercore is not that useful. And Archon's going to go down. The Archon, is it going to go down? It goes down. At the same time, the Roaches and Ravagers pushing forward. You know what? He's actually using the positioning really well. Kelazhur, I thought it wasn't the best idea, but he seems to be just separating the units. The Zealots engaging away from the Immortals and Archons. This is great micro. That Warp Prism has lost its cargo. The double Archon going down, that's a huge loss. And Kelazhur here with the big Roach attack. That third base not really being used right now. I do want to see Kelazhur finish that off. But he's going to come back in. Luring the units into the open, the Roach Ravager comes forward. A bit ambitious there from Kelazhur. He's got to be careful. He can't force his way up. He's got to go around to the other side of the third. He's going to break these rocks and look for that angle. Ooh, Heromarine comes down and kills a few Roaches. Very ballsy maneuver. He does get both barriers activated, though. So if these Roaches just jump on that in the next 20 seconds, they're going to do a lot of damage. Remember, just 45 drones. This third, not mining that much. That natural, not fully mining. Only 2 workers on each of those gases. It's just mass Roach. It's a Zerg all in. It's time for the mass vomit charge, but the Zealots go into those Roaches. No F's given. The Immortals with the barriers tanking a ton of damage up front, but oh, Bile's starting to force the pickups. The Roaches starting to focus down the Immortals. Can they get on top of them? The Prism Micro is good. Is it enough? Heromarine looks like he's struggling a little bit to get those units to safety. But the Roach count, oh, there's just too many. Finally does manage to take all these units down. Heromarine almost holding on with the Micro, but Diego there with the big Roach thrust. And Heromarine not going to be able to stop it. Oh my god, he's killing so many of these Roaches, but is it enough? Oh, he's got to pick him up at the last second. The Roach count is just dwindling. Holy crap, these Immortals just won't die. Oh my god, Heromarine kills every single Roach in his main. His natural wall still remains breached, but he's actually up in workers. If he hangs on, that's going to be insane. There's Roaches in the third base killing workers. These Roaches are just going to try and pick off as many probes as they can. That third base is starting to take some losses there, but you know what? He's held on for now. He's got 4 Immortals and a Prism, a 5th one on the way. He's got +2 weapons against a 45 drone Kelazhur. If Heromarine hangs on here, that is going to be sick. And don't get me wrong as well, guys. Just from watching the way Heromarine's microing, I believe he's playing playing on the NA server in this particular match because you could tell there was a little bit of latency on some of those, so that micro is even more impressive. Roaches and Lings running in though. Diego, the multitasking counter-attack god, backstabs in and gets a bunch more workers. He's managed to equalize the economies. But you know what, guys? +2's on the way. There's still 5 Immortals out against Mass Roach. I think Kelazhur needs to swap into something like Mutalisks. I don't think Mass Roach is going to get the job done because these Immortals, 15 kills on one, 16 on another, 8 on another, and 2 on the other Immortal. Those are some bloody veteran fighters right now, and he is reinforcing green Roaches into the fight. Now, yeah, green hit points are good in StarCraft, but Immortals are just really awesome and amazing. And the kills don't actually make them stronger in case you're a new StarCraft viewer, but it does make them a lot cooler and therefore scarier in my mind. So those Immortals have done a lot of damage. That was an incredible hold from Heromarine, but he's still got to stabilize. The next wave of Roaches could still very easily take him out. Heromarine needs some information. He's still got a Phoenix scouting. His Immortal Prism is like, oh, let's check if there's a 4th base. That's what he's looking for. And he's like, okay, there's not much creep. So Heromarine kind of getting track of where he is in the game. Actually, they are both in EU at the moment. Yeah, this would have been played on EU. Totally correct, Bullia. Never mind me. His micro was just a bit sloppier in the early engagements. Thank you, Bullia, in chat for pointing that out. Kelazhur does now live in the Netherlands, so this was played both in EU. And Immortals dropping on this Roach counter. Nice catch. And the Phoenix, Heromarine, is going to go, oh my god, you psychopath. That's a lot of Roaches. There's no sentries. As Heromarine, what do you do here? I don't think he's got enough numbers. I mean, his units are such better quality, but Kelazhur just has so much. You know what Napoleon said, guys? Quantity has a quality all of its own. And that's exactly what Kelazhur is going for right now. Mass Roach. Oh, nice Immortal pickup. The Immortal's not getting focused down. These Archons doing big splash, but they will fall. Is he going to be able to get in? Most of the Roaches are stuck behind each other. Heromarine with the valiant wall of Protoss, and look at that battlefield. Holy crap. Can we get some VOMs in chat for Zerg? I need a Zerg VOM emote, I think, of just Roaches going, bleh, because, oh, that was not a good engage for Kelazhur. He couldn't get the angle. He needed to come from both sides. If he came from both sides, I think he could have made that work, but that was a brilliant hold from Heromarine in a game where I thought he was dead. The opening was great for Heromarine, then it swung way in Kelazhur's favor. Now it swung way back to the point where, yeah, there's still a ton of Roaches, but like, what's the follow-up? You've got +1 Roaches versus +2 Immortals. +3's on the way. The Archon count groweth. There's just more and more Archons. There's a 13 Pro Bleed. Every second that goes by, these high-quality Protoss units are building up. And now we see Kelazhur getting a little bit tricky with a 2-pronged Roach pressure. And this is good, because the Phoenix spots the Roaches on the left. That might pull the army to the left-hand side. And these Roaches... oh, it's an ambitious move. He's got to pull out. He's got to pull out. He's going to get trapped. Luckily for Kelazhur, there's no sentries to lock him in position there. A nice split on the army here from Heromarine. We've got Roaches on the right, Roaches on the left. How is the split? I think the splits are good. The Roaches pull back on the left-hand side. On the right, they might be able to take this fight. I think if Kelazhur just engages, he can actually take it on. He's going to go for it. He says, hey, that's not enough units. You don't have any support. Gets an Immortal and an Archon for his trouble. Well worth the trade. He's swapping into Hydratech behind it, but a Zealot counterattack manages to hit into this base. Already 4 workers have fallen. Hydra's dying as they pop out. A very valuable unit to be losing. The Roach push continuing on both sides, but these Roaches washing up once again on those Immortals, and these Roaches come back in, but there's still Immortals and Archons waiting for them, and there's more reinforcements nearby. Kelazhur not finding the damage he's looking for. That Phoenix still providing vision on the left-hand side. These Roaches, they're ambitious. They want to find the damage, but I keep thinking about how good a Mutalisk switch would have been in this game. In this sort of low economy game, Mutas are amazing. We saw Raynor do it to Scarlet earlier today. He said, hey, you're just building Immortals and Archons and Zealots. Guess what? 6 Mutalisks in your main base. You can't deal with that as a low economy Protoss. And Heromarine here on the higher economy, the higher value units, and now with +3 about to kick in. Oh, +3's kicking in. I mean, these units are just getting more and more valuable, more and more efficient. These Zealots are going to get cleaned up reasonably easy, but even 3 drones and a Queen, that's not too bad. Losing the Prism would suck, but Heromarine saves it just in time. And he's starting to think about pushing. He's got +3 attack. He's adding +1 armor. He's taking a 4th in the middle of the map. He's adding Storm. Diego here is stuck on Mass Roach Hydra, and he's forgotten his Hydra upgrade. He doesn't have Hydra move speed. Look at these little fucking waddly pieces of shit. They're so slow. Ah, you need to get muscular augments. Your leg tails are too soft and weak. They're like someone who's just been lying in bed for months. You know, your muscles are all atrophied and stuff. You need that upgrade. Oh my god, what the hell? It was a move command from Heromarine. Loses a few units, but the Hydras aren't really in a good arc just yet. There's Zealots swinging in on the north side for a counterattack, but right now, lots of valuable units going down. A terrible start to this engagement for Heromarine. Storm's not ready just yet. It's Immortals and Archons up against Roach Hydra. There's a Prism counterattack going on, but it hasn't started yet. Kelazhur getting a decent trade. Is it going to be enough? He's been on a lower economy all game, and I think the +3 Immortals are just too much for him to handle. The Prism managed to get some Zealots in the main, some more Zealots on the Reinforce. So the Reinforce is getting torn apart. At the same time, the front is held, and Heromarine takes game 1 in a seesaw ride of emotions there. Holy crap. That game was a little bit back and forth, wasn't it? It's always good to see two Terran father and son, you know, playing a bit of catch, just throws the ball, oh, I got it. And then they're like, I'll throw it back to you, and then they throw it back. That's fantastic. That's the sort of shit we live for. Honestly, great play from both sides. It's just kind of cool to see these players are so exceptionally good at certain things. That Immortal Prism micro that killed like 30 roaches with 3 red hit point Immortals. I'm exaggerating. 2 of them were orange, 1 was red. That was fantastic from Heromarine. But it's just funny because it was a few mistakes that got him in that position in the first place. So it's awesome to see these players. Obviously, they've got some absolute amazing power behind them, but it's not always, you know, as well-rounded as if you watch an absolute tip-top pro who main races that game every single game. So I'm just trying to find the replays to try and open them from the folder, guys. Opening up my semis folder. Of course, we are casting this one off replays. These were played last week, just before this most recent patch came out. So they were played, 1 week ago to the day, I believe. So I'm having to kind of relaunch my game and then relaunch it from the folder every time to make sure it loads the same version of StarCraft. Nero Augustus, thanks for the 2-month resub. Attention drug dealers, report your competition. Dial 330-333, 1 tip. Thank you very much for the support, my friend. And did we have the scoreboard top to bottom on the previous one? I can't remember the orientation. We're going to keep Heromarine on the top of the scoreboard from now on, guys. Will we, though? Will we? Or should we swap it? Should we swap it to whichever position they are on the map? What do you guys prefer? Maybe we'll swap it to what position they are on the map. Either way, guys, we are launching into map number 2. Don't forget, by the way, hang around. We're going to give away a BlizzCon virtual ticket at the end of this series. It is a best of 9. And in the next match, down here in the bottom left-hand side, in the blue, the Zerg player representing Mouse Esports, it's Heromarine. People in chat are voting for map positioning for the orientation of the scoreboard at the bottom. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do it by map position. Thank you, guys. Up here in the top right-hand side, in the red, the Protoss player, it is Kelazhur. So it's a rematch, the same matchup, but from opposite sides. And that was, I really like the way Kelazhur played that game. I really think if he went into a Muta swap and then just stayed on Roach Ravager, maybe adding Banelings, would have been able to take out Heromarine. As it was, he was so close to taking him out, but it's just that moment where you're like, I've overwhelmed him, I've overwhelmed. You keep pressing forwards, and the Warp Prism just negates all of your shots, and you go, oh my god, gross. I don't play StarCraft. Why am I here? Suit refills. It's kind of like when I hang out with really cool people. And I kind of go, I'm not cool, why am I here? But then I remember it's to soak up the awesomeness, remember? It's not about you necessarily fitting in, but if you hang out around awesomeness enough, you eventually will soak up at least a little bit of that awesome. And realistically, that's what happens. If you watch enough StarCraft, you come to appreciate the best game in the universe. At some point, you'll probably play a bit of that best game in the universe, and your brain will expand. You'll suddenly have attractive people trying to get your number, trying to go out with you. You'll earn more money. People's pets will love you. They'll come up and wag their tail and try to get you to pat them. They used to bark at you. It just makes you a better human. Watch StarCraft, play StarCraft, and upgrade the crap out of your life. Suit Refill says, damn it, I'm going to download StarCraft right now. It looks cool. Hells yeah, you will. It's also free to play. So it's some good shit. Thank you very much, guys, for the support. Killjoy with the 101-bit cheer. We also, of course, had Decola F95 with the tier 1 sub before. And yeah, 101-bit cheer says, what are the styles of game of interest? Again, stream very entertaining for me. Thank you very much for the support, my friend. I'm gonna be streaming a little bit of Magic lately. I didn't stream any Magic last week. I'm gonna do a bit of Magic at the end of today's stream. So after this, we're gonna do Icy Far. The last Icy Far, because this is my last stream before I head to BlizzCon. Then I'm gonna ladder a little bit if I get time, and then I'm gonna stream some Magic the Gathering. I'm playing a bunch of Black Ops at the moment as well. And, oh, he's gonna dive. He's gonna dive. Kelazhur always YOLOs. That's the rule, guys. If there's a player who's not gonna YOLO, it's a Heromarine. Heromarine a pretty safe player. He's a pretty reliable player. Kelazhur, on the other hand, is like, I will always dive. I will always look for the damage. At the same time, he's killing an Overlord with a Stalker, which is very nice. And oh my god, this damage is huge, guys. So much wasted mining time. Cancels his Shade. These Zerglings are like, can you just die? Dude. And is he gonna get out, or is he gonna dive for more? He's looking for more kills. He's just gonna pull it back now. He says, okay, there's queens there. Lots of lost mining time. Huge damage there with that first adept. Great plays here out of Kelazhur behind this. He's got an Immortal on the way. Zergling has spotted it. It's seen Immortal and charge, and it looks like Kelazhur. He's gonna cancel your probes. Stop building probes. He cancels probes on both Nexi. Pulls them all off gas, and he's doing the exact same build that he did yesterday and beat TLO with on Dreamcatcher. This is a good build, guys. 2 Immortals, a Warp Prism, and a whole lot of chargy boys. That's all Kelazhur likes to do in this matchup. He's like, I have one build, and I make Immortal and charge lots, and I try to kill you. Takes out 2 more drones there as well. He's already in a sick economy lead. Heromarines like, oh, okay, you got a Robo Twilight. I better try and catch up my drones because my economy sucks. After getting gutted by a single adept. He's going to try to go into roaches. I just don't know if it's going to be ready in time. Heromarine has taken epic damage. Other favorite games in recent times, to quickly answer that question. XCOM. I have played so much XCOM 2. I have hundreds and hundreds of hours on that game. Played a bunch of Civ, played a bunch of They Are Billions. Recently, War Party is a new RTS that just came out into early access. I'm looking forward to playing a bit more of that after BlizzCon as well, and seeing how much I like that and exploring it. But yeah, I have a pretty diverse interest in games. I'm also still very slowly playing through Dark Souls, the original Dark Souls, on my Xbox controller, guys. Let's go back to casting this game, shall we? Heromarine is watching for a prism, and he's going to build roaches reactively. Now, the problem with this, guys, is Mr. Kelazhur, Diego, the Brazilian beast, the Brazilian monster, is on 33 probes. He's got 2 Immortals and a Warp Prism, and he's going up to a casual 8 gateways. And he's going to unload these Immortals, and then he's going to make 8 Zealots, and then he's going to make another 8 Zealots, and another 8 Zealots. Oh, he's already got Zealots coming across the map. Meanwhile, the first 7 roaches come into production. I'm not hyping this up very much, guys, because Heromarine is so fucked. He's so dead. He's got 20 more workers. If Kelazhur was nice enough to just give him another minute, Heromarine would be fine. Kelazhur's not going to give him another minute. He has just done so much damage with the early adept. Heromarine has over-droned here. He's got 3 roaches, 3 queens, and a Ravager. And Kelazhur is just going to jump in and knock him out so brutally. This is such a crisp build order from Kelazhur, and the Immortals add so much anti-roach power. Look at these roaches just disappear. The Immortals just make the roaches disappear. Heromarines like, tap, tap, tap. I'm done. Kelazhur's like, ah! Neck cranking like a madman. He just, yeah. And that was even more one-sided than Khabib McGregor. What can I say? Holy shit. Very nice build there from Kelazhur. He's 2-0 with that build so far in this tournament. He's 1-1, ties it up with Heromarine. I'm looking forward to seeing what matchup we're going to get in game number 3. Let's go straight on into it. Verquer, thank you. Fairverkehr, thank you very much for gifting that sub to Napol Cochon with the 1-month sub. Thank you very much. Welcome, Nepal, to the pigsty. My man. Wouldn't mind a Dark Souls stream. Dark Souls, it's kind of my chill game, and I get a bit angry, but I also chill on it. Cloudor, yeah. I play most games off stream. I'm very StarCraft focused with my stream, but I'm very gradually branching out, guys. Very gradually into doing little bits of other games as I have fun. Yes, I made the sponsor of the tournament. Fairverkehr. Just no bounce. Stop it. Stop trying to pronounce my name the way I told you to. We're gonna go back to calling him Verquer now. What's up, Verquer? No worries, dude. I've just ruined your eardrums. You're like, shut up, pig. You're so annoying. And that makes me happy because I like annoying people. It's my #1 hobby. People who hang around me in real life very quickly get bored of my presence because I am a very annoying human to hang around with. Thank you very much for the support, guys. It looks like they've gone straight into the most important match, arguably, for the mental side of things. Who's the better Terran versus Terran player? Hot damn, it's tied up 1-1 a series here, guys, as we find out who is the true StarCraft master. Which one of these two players is going to be going through from this semifinals to destroy, or try to destroy, Scarlet in the grand finals. It's a very tough match. Scarlet's been killing it. Over here on the right-hand side in the blue, representing Mouse Esports, it's Heromarine. Up here in the top left, representing Panda Global, is Kelazhur. Kelazhur. I said that really weird, didn't I? I'm like, Kelazhur. I'm like, okay. I don't know how to speak words anymore, apparently. And those SCVs. Oh, look at that. Did you see that? That little randy SCV turned around, quickly drilled Kelazhur's one in the butt, and then just kept on going to scout. Cheeky. Heromarine. That's like first blood, right? It's first scratch. First scratch. He's going to come in. Look at that. Kelazhur hides the SCV so he can get the command center down without it being blocked. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Now this SCV, is it going to bail? That Reaper's almost out. What are you doing? Oh, Heromarine sacrificing the SCV. Okay. And Kelazhur here, of course, with this much, this nice quick expand. He's going to get that Reaper out. Actually, no, the SCV, oh, he just bails at the last second. Surely, if this SCV runs straight, it will die. So I think he has to run it to the right or something. Right. Oh, Kelazhur, did he time that? That's interesting. Yeah, he should get that SCV, but I guess he's worried about a Reaper joining up with it, so he's going to go home. Kelazhur playing nice and safe here. And he's going into the second gas and the delayed factories. This is probably a reacted Cyclone opening. Other side of things, Heromarine also with a fast expand. A earlier factory. This was a gas first build. And of course a second Reaper. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a Hellion and a Starport straight away out of Heromarine. Heromarine going to have the initial mobility on the map. And then go from there. Already going for a reactor as... Actually, reactor delays the Starport. So he's going to go reacted Cyclones as well. Alright, everyone's playing reacted Cyclones in TVT this tournament. Even the Terran players, apparently. And, oh, nice snipe there. Heromarine gets first blood. First scratch into first blood. This Reaper going to continue to counterattack, knowing there's going to be a counter. But that SCV does finish at the command center. Losing one SCV, not nearly as annoying as losing the CC. Heromarines Hellion going to be able to, of course, outrun this Reaper and trap it. Oh, man, 2 Reapers for just 1 SCV kill. That kind of sucks. Doesn't get that SCV either. These 2 Reapers are going to jump in, and there's nothing out for Kelazhur. Oh, no. These Reapers are going to take the SCV kill. I think they're going to pull back. I think Heromarine playing this safe. I was talking about how Kelazhur always YOLOs. Heromarine always plays safe. Perfect example right here. Heromarines just going to back off. He's like, all right, buddy. Building 2 Cyclones at home. He's waiting for his Hellion. He's like poking around, but he doesn't want to jump up the ramp, have units pop on him, and just get killed. So he's being very conservative. Notice how Kelazhur wants to use the high ground to get free shots if the Reapers try to jump in. He's starting to rally those SCVs back down, and that Starport is almost finished. So there are less Cyclones on the way, in that there's actually no Cyclones on the way, sorry, for Kelazhur. He's building multiple Hellions instead right now, and they are very good for counterattacks. It does take out 1 Reaper there, not bad. Are we going to see a 3rd and 4th Cyclone? Cancels the 3rd Cyclone. Has a very quick 3rd CC. And double gas on the natural. And a Starport. Okay, Heromarine saying, you know what? You're just building Hellions and Marines. You can't be aggressive. So he actually changes up what he was going to do at home. Says, I don't need Cyclones. He says, I'm not going to be aggressive with Cyclones. That's really unreliable. It very rarely works. So instead, he's just going to sit at home. Now, these Hellions looking to clear that Reaper up. And behind this, a Medevac. So we're going to have Hellion drop potentially coming out here. There's 3 Hellions on the map. So a 3 Hellion drop into the main could be very nice. Heromarine, of course, does not have anything spotting in that corner of his base right now. And is going to be going for Ravens, I believe, off this quick 3rd CC. Kelazhur on his side of the map going for a 3rd command center as well. Adding the tech lab so we can start tank production. No gases on the natural. And an engineering base. So we're going to probably see bio for Kelazhur. I'm not 100% sure, but I'd say bio versus mech is what I'm imagining will happen here. 3 Hellions at the front and an 8 Marine drop in the main. Actually, that's not what I was expecting, but that's way smarter. The Marines are way less mobile. So if they get in the main, they can do damage. The Hellions pull the Cyclones out of position. Sorry, the drop pulls the Cyclones out, and the Hellions dive in. They're going to take out 3 SCVs. Are they going to get a 4th? Maybe even a 5th, and they are going to get a 4th. The Marine drop gets rejected from the main base, though. Those Cyclones, very good on the defense at home. Oh, my lord, there's a Reaper at the front. A single Reaper of Heromarine. Oh, doing so much damage on the backside. This is a 5-kill Reaper, by the way. and tries to jump in for the scout. Does not get that clarification. Both players unsure of what they're up against. You can see, yeah, I mean, the third CC got spotted, but Heromarine doesn't know about the third CC. Seen the engineering bay, but that alone doesn't tell you too much. We've got the starport swapping over, a single Raven for Kelazhur, and no Raven, actually, for Heromarine, who's gone for a double Cyclone drop. 4 Cyclones, 2 Medivacs. Ooh. And you know what? There's actually not that many units to deal with that. There's only 1 interference matrix or auto turret. This tank can't come up to defend. Oh, and Stim's exposed as well. This could be brutal. Kelazhur's dropping the main, still not able to find damage. Those Vikings, of course, defending the main base there. Cyclones are going to come in. As I mentioned, Stim's exposed. That tank is going to try to siege up, but Stim's going down for sure. I mean, it just started, but it's still pretty brutal to lose that Stim. 1 Cyclone does go down. Oh, Vikings come in. And they are going to pull back, of course, worried about the Cyclone lock-on. But we see this third base going down for Heromarine. Heromarine asserting control over the map a lot faster. Extra factories are going down. Factories 2 and 3 on the way here for Heromarine. And we are going to be seeing it go that way. Those Cyclones, of course, roaming around the map. We've got the siege tanks moving to try and defend. These barracks trying to rebuild. But it's also awesome for Heromarine because not only is he the mech player, but he's a mech player who's containing. It's like a very soft contain, but he's pressuring, he's containing. He's spotted the attempt on Stim. He knows he's against Bio. And at the same time, he's got his third landed on location. Gases already mining. He's able to set up his perimeter. Vikings on the right. No doubt we've got the engineering bay finished. He'll start turrets on the left at some point. We've got tank production starting out of these. 2 tech labs, 1 reacted factory, and of course the reacted starport. Air control, so important when you are playing this mech style. And especially when your opponent already has a Raven out. Now, this is something where Kelazhur, as a bio player, naturally you're not as focused on Viking control. But if you know you're up against mech, which I think he should know just because it's Heromarines' main style, you're going to need to focus on that Viking count. He indeed seems to be. If he lands a good anti-armor missile, that'll be great. And yep, very quick second starport for Kelazhur. Kelazhur is going to try and fight for that air control. He's going to try and, because he knows if he knocks the air control down, he forces Thors out. Thors are much weaker than tanks against the bio. It just makes it very awkward, of course, for Heromarine to push forward into the defensive tanks. And Kelazhur here, I like the way he's doing it off just 3. He's got a 4th and 5th barracks, but he hasn't even gone add-ons. He said, nah, air control is more important. We can kind of flesh out our bio later. Fast air control is going to be the key to taking this out. So once again, a 3 Cyclone drop going down the left-hand side. Good job. Billy the Marine spots it. And, of course, starts shooting and calls death down upon his head. The Cyclones change angle. The Vikings are looking to catch them. And, ooh, they're going to move over there. But look at that. Kelazhur's medevac scouts it. Does manage to get out of dodge for now. Marines coming down. Stim's not done. That snipe from earlier, of course, having a good impact. The Vikings, though, woo, very nicely done. But only loses 1 Cyclone. He's going to pull that back. Remember, Cyclones, they're more of a utility unit rather than a front-on fighting unit at this stage of the game. They're not that important in the big battles. And Scan goes down and sees, of course, all these tanks starting to build up. The double armory plowing its way ahead. A 4th and 5th factory starting to get set up here to try and get more and more mech on the map. Oh, that's nice. This is exactly what you want to look for with your Cyclones. Utility unit, very good for sniping armored things like command centers. The tanks and Marines come forward, and Heromarine says, nope, just going to boost down there. He's scanned over here. He says, yep, you're still going bio. Fair enough. What's the Viking count? That's the most important thing. 8 Vikings for Kelazhur, 10 for Heromarine. Nice lock on there. Ooh, you got to repair that as Kelazhur. That Raven's so important. It's really what you're relying on in this big battle. He's got 2 Liberators on Heromarine side as well. It looks like the Liberators, I think, are just going to have to be used in anti-air mode. And let's check. Is that second? I think he needs more Viking production. Kelazhur needs more Viking production. Whoever wins this air battle has a very good chance of winning the game. And, ooh, the Liberators siege up. The tanks have to pull back. That Raven is a bit exposed right now. That Raven's very exposed. I think he's going to focus it. The Shredder missile does land, though. 2 Shredders go down. And the Viking battle, I believe that's going in the favor of Kelazhur. It's hard to say. The missile is good, but it's not enough. There's just too many Vikings for Heromarine. The stim forward clears up some Hellions and Cyclones at the end of that battle. Even though the Lib does a lot of damage to the ground army, the Viking control stays there for Heromarine. Hangs on to that air control. Goes down towards securing the 4th base. Behind this, 4 more Vikings on the way. We've got ship weapons on the way. I don't believe we have any ship weapons, but of course there's the vehicle and ship combined plating upgrades, which gives the Vikings armor for Heromarine. We've got Hellions working their way across the map. They're going to be coming in, and they're going to find some damage. This is important. Kelazhur's already on a little bit of a lower economy, and it's about to be a much lower economy. The Bio's slow to respond here. These Hellions are going to come down, finally being held, but 7 workers and just creating threat, pulling Kelazhur away from the map, allowing Heromarine to eat it up. His 2-2 upgrades are on the way. He's building more Hellions, more tanks. He's still only got 5 Vikings out, and he's actually swapped off air control completely. After winning the air battle, he's only now queuing up more Vikings, but he's already got a Thor in there. He says, you know what, you're going to spend so much money on Vikings, I can just focus on tanks, focus on Hellions, and plow through you on the ground using the Thor to deal with any Liberators. He knows Liberator production is ages away for Kelazhur. Kelazhur has regained Viking control, but he's already got a mech army pushing forward, and he doesn't have any Liberators out just yet. He's got 1 in production, but it's not there just yet. Tanks trying to set up a defensive line. Kelazhur has to keep this push back, but that is a scary mech force moving forwards. Kelazhur, he's got to take that air fight, but that Thor on the ground as well as the Cyclones offer some very good anti-air support. This army edging forward. It's in range of the planetary fortress. He's able to get on top of that. And Thor's javelin launchers are adding some damage. The Thor starting to, of course, shell on that planetary as well here. And we are seeing Kelazhur in huge trouble. That command center goes down. Heromarine takes the 4th and is up 1 bases. Mech versus Bio. The Bio is going to swing around the right-hand side, but actually this allows Heromarine to simply jump on the siege tanks. Oh my lord. Great opportunistic positioning from Heromarine. Takes out all of the siege tanks. And those Hellbats just really, they're the expendable unit. They do not mind dying in these scenarios. These Hellions, getting a little bit derpy there, are going to run forward. The tanks continuing to push forwards. Kelazhur does set up a Liberator, but he's just getting pushed back, and he's starting to lose so many units in this fight. He's about 500 resources behind in the units lost. We're going to check up on that a bit later. He's adding advanced ballistics. That's the Liberator range. His Vikings want to engage the enemy Vikings, but that Thor being a thorn in his side. It's a Thor in his side? Vikings going to engage the Vikings here. Big air battle. The air battle will be won by Kelazhur, but Heromarines just going to jump straight through the Liberator zones and try to win on the ground. The Bio pulling back, the Liberator doing the work. I think this is a good defense by Kelazhur. Those tanks on the right-hand side not doing anything. The Liberators are out just barely in time, and he is going to be able to defend this. Yeah, he keeps the Bio back. That's a good call. His Vikings go across the map. He wants to do counter damage. Liberators lasering the shit out of these fucking siege tanks. They're going down. The Vikings go for a land. It's a bit ambitious. There's too many Cyclones here. He's going to try to lift, but he's going to lose a lot of Vikings on the retreat. And that was an expensive maneuver for Kelazhur. Good defense by Heromarine, but he lost a lot of important mech units. It's going to take a long time to replenish. He's got his rapid fire launchers upgrade for those Cyclones on the way. He does not have 3-3. Will he start it? No, he can't afford it right now. Kelazhur, though, is only on 3 bases. He desperately needs to take a 4th and a 5th. He's going to take the top and the bottom bases while moving across the map. He's still got the air control. His ground army is fragile, though. It's very fragile. Cyclones are going to be the anti-air here. There's still way more Vikings for Kelazhur. These Cyclones coming forward, but he's got too many Liberators. Heromarine going through the choke point. The Bio comes forward. The Hellbats are actually mincing the Bio, but there's just not enough anti-air. These Liberators doing so well. The air control goes to Kelazhur, a single Marine trying to fight that expansion on that side as well. Remember, guys, advanced ballistics is finished. The Cyclones just getting wrecked by these Libs. The tanks starting to get pushed back. The Viking count advantage still goes to Kelazhur. That doubled reacted starport play from early on coming into play in a big way. Even though Gabe is building 4 Vikings at a time, it's a little bit too little too late. This 4th base can't actually be killed, funnily enough, but a lot of mining damage was done. A Liberator coming in on the right-hand side. That would have been good a little bit earlier. As it is, it gets shot down. A Hellion counter going across the map. Heromarine desperate to put the hurt on to Kelazhur's side of the map. Kelazhur going to pull back for now. Hellions diving into that base. The planetary's not ready. More economic damage going down here. Kelazhur's economy once again getting knocked back down into a dark place, losing 14 workers. He was ahead in workers for pretty much the first time in the game before that, but once again, Hellions find some damage. He's got a 5th on the bottom side. Kelazhur's position is still incredible. Do not get me wrong. His upgrades are way behind with the Bio, but he doesn't really care. He's got +1 ship weapons. He's got the air control. As long as he maintains that air control, he is happy. 3 starports, 2 reactors, 1 tech lab, a 4th starport with no add-on. The Hellions dive back in on the north-hand side. The planetary zoning them out a little. They're only going to find 1 or 2 SCVs this time. And the Bio cleans it up. It looks like Kelazhur just stabilizing in this game. He does need to keep on pushing at some point in the near future, but he's just waiting to regain that advantage. He's got 9 Liberators, 15 Vikings versus 14 Vikings and 6 Cyclones. The only way Heromarine wins this air battle is if his Cyclones somehow get a couple of free rounds of damage, or if he adds a Thor or 2 in. And I don't know if he's going to get a chance to do that. Counterattacks are good. The Bio's struggling to catch up, but here comes Kelazhur with a huge siege push. Command Center lifts off and gets sniped down by that orbital. Hellions over here are going to take out a couple of SCVs. Those SCVs barely surviving, only 4 of them going down. The Libs and Vikings are just going to dive. Liberators not even sieging up. They're just going in anti-air mode. They're going to just shoot down these Vikings before they focus on taking out the siege tanks. That Bio on the north side just got blasted by the siege up. And that Liberator goes down. Not a terrible fight here for Heromarine. I mean, it might be the opposite of a terrible fight. It might be an incredible fight. There was a crazy amount of Libs, equal numbers of Vikings at the end of that. All the Libs are gone. There's only 2 or 3 Vikings left, most of which are now gone. The Bio army's being cleared on the ground. And remember, Kelazhur's been taking punches this whole time, guys. His army sucks on the ground. He's building 6 more Libs, and he desperately needs them out. Kelazhur does not have the economy to bounce back that quickly, and Heromarine has a gigantic tank force. His Cyclones adding that potential anti-air damage which he needs. Now, I think as Kelazhur, you've got to just pull back and abandon bases here. Slow it down, force the siege, threaten, but do not engage. Do not engage this army until you have your Liberators on the map. If Kelazhur loses this base, that's fine. He's just got to keep the SCVs alive. And the SCVs do pull. Kelazhur, of course, knows that with that air advantage, sniping as well the 3rd base of Heromarine, he's still got more bases, more economy than the German Terran. And this TVT match is ending up being an amazing one. We're going to see how it finishes off. Still, the Viking lead goes to Kelazhur. He's trying to just hold this back with the Liberator Viking. Of course, those Libs pre-sieging. Heromarine dives forward. Absolute YOLO maneuver there from the German Terran. Realizes he's just moved into 6 Lib zones, all overlapping, and immediately turns around. He's got to rotate. He's got to try and catch Kelazhur out of angle where he's not sieged up. But notice how Kelazhur is just purposefully scanning, keeping an eye on what's going on. That Marauder's going to take on that siege tank. At the same time, we've got another scan going down. Kelazhur looking for the engage. I think he's realizing he can take this on. He's going to siege up on these tanks. On top of this army, the Vikings go in as well. And those Cyclones unable to get in range of those Libs. So many siege tanks are going down. +2 ship weapons is now done on these Liberators. A few Hellions going to work their way down the left. Heromarine so good at keeping himself in this game with these Hellion run-bys, but that one, I don't know if it's going to be enough. The SCVs were pulled away for Kelazhur. He's focusing on setting up this frontal push, and that's all he needs. Those Lib zones are brutal, and there we go. Heromarine knows he needs to try and defend his economy down here to the left, but the stimmed Bio goes down. That fight, we've got the Planetary in the bottom left. It's going to go down at the same time. The Vikings are going to clean up these Liberators, but I don't think it matters. So many SCVs going down, and it seems like Kelazhur has done the important damage. Bio finally cleaning up those 2 Hellions. He can now send those SCVs back to mining, down on this base. Maybe reestablish that base with the main command center would be a good idea. Kelazhur's not looking crazy healthy, but Heromarine is that knight from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. He's down to 1 stump. He's hopping around saying, come on, fight me, fight me. Look, I've got blue flame Hellions. And Kelazhur's like, come on, mate. Just basically has to give him 1 solid kick to the chest, and Heromarine going to be down and out for the rest of this match. Heromarine just does not have the gear. Realizing, of course, concussive shells wasn't ready, he's like, hey, those Hellions aren't slowing down. Starts concussive at 19 minutes in the game. Don't worry, guys, it's not just me and you that forget concussive and combat shields. Even pro gamers like Kelazhur, in a messy game like this, are very likely to forget these upgrades. And this is very, very nice Sky Terran Bio play from Kelazhur. Really just, you know, low barracks count, low barracks upgrades, all about the Sky control to allow the Bio to be powerful. Heromarine comes forward with 1 last desperate engage, and whilst he had the Viking advantage, the Liberators just stay in anti-air mode from Kelazhur, and he takes it out, winning the Terran vs. Terran. Hot name! Kelazhur takes the 2-1 lead, bitches. That was an incredible game. These semifinals are rounding out so, so well. Damn. Woo. He cut barracks and bio upgrades to get more air. That's smart. There's Agent Chowster. Yeah, I feel like I learnt a lot about a cool way of playing against mech that game. You know, I was like, I like go to like 8 barracks and then start making 3 starport Vikings, and I never get them up in time. And I'm like, why have I never been smart enough to do what he just did there? Am I stupid? Am I stupid? Holy crap, Zerg with the amazing, big 10,000 bit cheer. Holy crap, says thank you for the awesome cast. That's actually a beautiful little GIF that posts there. It's like this moving ribbon thing. Just a heads up for next time, there are custom GIFs you guys can use, and because I got them commissioned myself from the same lovely artist who made my amazing pixel background, and I was like, I want you to make me a pig farting, and I want the fart to level up based on how many bits people contribute. So unfortunately, we missed the opportunity there, but that's okay. A massive thank you for the 10,000 bit cheer. That would have been, 10,000 bit is the highest tier, because that is huge. And that actually unlocks the GIF of the pig that is shooting rainbows out of its ass and soaring through the sky. We almost never see that GIF. When it does come out, it's amazing and I get very excited. But thank you so much for the huge, amazing contribution, dude. I really appreciate it. Let's get into this cast here. Game number 4. And on the left-hand side of the map, in the blue, the Protoss player representing Mouse Esports, it is Heromarine. You're glad you didn't use it? Oh my god. Down here in the bottom right, also playing Protoss in the red, it's Panda Global's Kelazhur. Protoss versus Protoss. This is going to be sick, guys. This is going to be a sick match. You know, I thought Heromarine would be favored just because I know more about his off-race, but Kelazhur is impressing me. I feel like I can see that Heromarine more experienced in a lot of the off-race scenarios, but Kelazhur just... I like the way he picks his builds, and I like the way he's playing so far, not to mention his TVT was incredible. So this is rounding up to be a very close series with Kelazhur actually in the lead, 2-1 right now. We're going to have to see where it goes from here. You're happy you didn't use it. I mean, it's amazing. It's literally propelling itself with its own rainbow fart. How amazing is that? I can't believe... Such a hater, Verquer. Thank you very much for the support, guys. I really appreciate everyone who has, you know, joined the stream, whether by just clicking that follow button, making sure you enable notifications so you see when I'm live. Of course, those of you who have subscribed, you guys are going to be getting access to this replay pack. I'm going to release the round of 8 quarterfinals and semifinals replay pack this afternoon, along with putting the videos up on YouTube. Now, that replay pack's only going to go out to subscribers, though, so make sure you do subscribe if you want to get access to this replay pack. We've had Scarlet, Showtime, Raynor, Harstem, TLO, you know, Heromarine here in Kelazhur, all sorts of fan favorites playing. Lots of good replays, so get on that if you want to do it. If you guys are already subbed, you don't know how to get the replay packs, hop in the Discord. Hop in the Discord is how you do that. Speaking of what the frack, Kelazhur's going 1-base double Stargate. What? And he's hiding a probe in the back here, which Heromarine doesn't know about. Heromarine like, I'm gonna just make some Stalkers and an expansion. I'm gonna play some StarCraft. Haven't bothered scouting, just being a bit greedy. Just checked for proxies with my 4 Stalkers. We're going to make a Robo. I'll tell you what a Robo is not good against, guys. 400 Phoenix. And I'm going to look into the future with my fucking crystal ball here. And I'm going to say Kelazhur is... He's going to make 400 Phoenix. Like, what? I'm actually a little bit surprised he didn't play Puck style. He even sees the Robo. His probe just came through. He sees the Robo. Oh, Kelazhur's got to be feeling good about this one. Yeah, I mean, Puck actually has a PvP style where he masses oracles, and even if the opponent goes Phoenix, he just keeps running them in and, like, just killing all the probes. It's so hard to stop. It's really, really gross. Right now, Heromarine does not have info. He's like, I've got a shield battery. Doesn't help against Phoenix at all, because when they lift, it doesn't heal. That's something they're changing on the new balance patch after BlizzCon. Nice little change. Medivacs will be able to heal as well. Big thanks, guys. We've got a couple of subs there. Welcome to the Pigsty, Sexy Beast with the Twitch Prime sub, Maelstrom90 with the Twitch Prime as well. Welcome, dudes. Will all of the videos be going up on YouTube before BlizzCon? Yeah, I'm going to try and release the whole series of these games over the next few days. Think it over, because I want it to go out in relatively quick succession, so all the people who missed it live can easily watch on YouTube. So I'm going to cut all my other videos out of my schedule and make sure this goes up over the next week. Kind of try and get everything up before BlizzCon opening week starts, basically. So I'll be spacing them out over the next few days, but we'll make sure they all go up in relatively quick succession. Phoenix are about to show themselves, guys. Heromarines about to go, crap, Robo versus Stargate, that's a bit tough. But he does not realize the true extent of just how many Phoenix are going to be rallying across this map as well. This is an insane build from Kelazhur. I mean, he can't even support non-stop Phoenix production off 2 Stargates, but he can support like 50% production on 1 Stargate and full on the other. And as he gets ahead in probes, that's going to really blossom. I think he's going to go carriers behind this. We've got an observer coming in. Heromarine sees what he's up against and goes, oh man, double Stargate, what the hell? What do you do here as Heromarine? I think you've just got to make Stalkers, and more Stalkers. Chronoboost probes as hard as you can. Chronoboost blink. These Phoenix could just dive on the sentries as well. I mean, they could even dive on these Stalkers, yeah. He's just going to... Oh, I think he could have killed that. But Kelazhur being a little bit careful. He doesn't want to throw away any Phoenix just yet. This observer is going to come home and station itself outside the base to try and watch the rotation of the Phoenix. Notice the Phoenix are trying to find where the Stalkers aren't, but this is the moment. Get in there, kill a sentry, kill a Stalker. I think, you know, Roddy would be screaming right now, going, get in there, do the damage, you've got lots of energy, go, don't be afraid. But Kelazhur being super careful with these things. He's still ahead, don't get me wrong, guys. I'd just love to see Void Rays and Carriers as the next step. Shield batteries, cannons. I mean, that's the best follow-up here, is just go full filth. The Phoenix are going to come in. He's going to go for the sentry. Does keep all of his Phoenix alive. 2 more Phoenix joining. That's 11 Phoenix. Yeah, he can just dive this main base. Blink is almost done, though. So he's going to go there, picks up a sentry and a Stalker. He's going to take those out. Does lose the red hit point Phoenix. Good focus fire by Heromarine. Heromarine desperately trying to just get more gateways, more upgrades. Blink. He's like, just make blink, just make blink. Ooh, good interception there by Heromarine. He's going to take out another as well. Oh, Kelazhur turns around, but I feel like he's... Oh, no, he loses another Phoenix as well. Kelazhur looking a little bit awkward with this Phoenix control. He's making a 3rd Stargate and more Phoenix. Okay, that can work, actually. That can work. So he's just going to try and overpower Phoenix versus Stalkers. I mean, I do feel like the Phoenix will win, especially if he gets this 3rd up. But it's kind of hard for me to say. I've never really seen, like, mass Phoenix versus mass Stalker. And this is the point where with +1... with 4 gateways going, a 5th gateway on the way, this is the point where the Stalkers do get to a scary number, especially because he hasn't really killed that many probes. So I'm very curious to see what happens. We've got shield batteries and Stalkers at home, but ooh, doesn't get blinked on there. +1's almost done. The Stalkers are hungry. Hungry Stalkers. Oh, grab. No, he's not going to go for it. He's going to go for the probes, but... I mean, you got to defend right now. I think this is a little bit late to be going for probes. A little bit ballsy here from Kelazhur. You're going to need every lift you can at home. No, stop it. Oh, I don't know if you can hold on, guys. Heromarines just going to dive in there. Oh, no, he tried to recall the Phoenix. This is an advanced maneuver, but it's not working out right now for Kelazhur. He's already lost all his Stalkers and 2 of his shield batteries. He's trying to go in and engage these. Is it going to be enough? He's killing the Warp Prism. He's trying to pick up the Stalkers as he can, but oh, he's losing so many units right now. And already 18 probes have fallen. Is he going to be able to at least clear this Stalker army? Even if he does, it's not necessarily a good position, but it'll be something. I don't even think he has enough energy. The problem is his Stalkers are just getting focused down. Heromarine with a decisive Blink Stalker timing manages to crush through. Even if these Stalkers get held, and I don't think they will. That's going to be that. Kelazhur there with a janky 4,000 Phoenix plan. Did not manage to pull it off. I think it was just a little bit slow to get into the economy and start picking off individual Stalkers. Picking off those individual units. Hot damn! Scarlet throwing us a gigantic raid. 800 viewers from Scarlet stream. Welcome, friends. Of course, I hope Scarlet had a good stream after crushing through that amazing series with Raynor before. Of course, Scarlet is waiting in the grand finals to be played post-BlizzCon of this tournament, which is going to be incredible. So the winner of this series will end up doing that. We're tied up 2 games apiece. And we're going into map number 5 there. Of course, this man up here just managed to win the Protoss versus Protoss, despite what I would say was a bit of an awkward start. Managed to just win with a sharp blink timing against Mass Phoenix in the Zerg in the blue, representing Mouse Esports. It is Big Gabe Heromarine. The biggest of Gabes. Down here in the bottom left-hand side, in the red, representing Panda Global, it's Kelazhur. Kelazhur playing Terran versus Heromarine Zerg. This is obviously favored to Kelazhur. The question is, if Heromarine can win this sort of match, that's where things get really nasty for Kelazhur. If you lose your main versus an off race, ooh, and likewise on the other side, if you win as Heromarine here, it is like so damn juicy. It's tasty. It's tasty. It gives you such an edge mentally and of course on that scoreboard in the series. For those of you who are just tuning in, this is the Who is the StarCraft Master tournament. Just StarCraft Master for short, we're calling it most of the time. It is a 2,000 USD prize pool tournament. Each series is a best of 9 where we try and find out who is the best all-round StarCraft player with every single matchup. Not just their main race, but both of their off races as well. If we make it to map 9, we play every single matchup. So these players take turns picking a matchup. We scroll through matchup after matchup. So for instance, we're playing Zerg versus Terran right now. We could play this matchup again, but Kelazhur would have to be Zerg, Heromarine would have to be Terran. So we're rolling through these matchups. Obviously, there are favored matches on either sides, but we have seen a bunch of upsets so far in this tournament. We've seen people's off races taking out other people's main races. We've also seen people fail terribly with their cheeses in the situation that Heromarine's in. But Heromarine has shown he is one of the best off races. This is, of course, the second semi-final of this tournament. And both players are tied up 2-2 apiece right now. Kelazhur going to scout a very quick third base going down. Heromarine delaying that Zergling speed upgrade. Pulling off gas now, and Zergling speed's not going to go down for a few more seconds. Reaper's going to come across. It is, of course, a Barracks gas Reaper expand build here for Kelazhur. This Marine's going to go around and think about getting that Overlord, who is just going to hide there. Reaper's coming in. Ooh, can he get... Oh, he blocks the Spore Crawler trick, Kelazhur. Oh, tried to block the Extractor trick as well. If you're standing close enough to those drones, they don't have the space to place a building, which otherwise, of course, is a trick they use to protect themselves from the Reaper. Once the Reaper has to pull back, they cancel the structure and go back to mining as that drone just did. But very nice maneuver by Kelazhur, blocking the Spore Crawler trick and managing to get one drone kill. That's always a very nice pickup this early on. This Reaper is going to rotate around, sees Ling Speed on the way on that spawning pool, and just going to dance around a little bit, of course. Knows that Ling Speed normally finishes about 330, but seeing how quick the third base is, I wouldn't be surprised if Kelazhur just feels confident to leave his Reaper on this side of the map, knowing it's a delayed Zergling speed, and in fact, it's not going to be ready until a bit closer to 3 minutes 40. Back at home, Hellions are on the way. We've got a tech lab on the barracks and a starport. So Kelazhur looking like he's going for the standard Hellion style opening. It'll be interesting to see, do we see Liberators, Banshees, Medevac? What is going to be the follow-up? Because Zerg is very standard. Heromarine's just spreading creep. Really nice creep tumor down to the third. Building extra queens. Very minimal on Zerglings. Just lots of drones coming out. And Kelazhur, he's trying to get wind of if there's anything cheeky happening. And he's looking for creep tumors that are spreading. Because if he sees a creep tumor on the edge, gets a snipe, that's a really good way to slow down the Zerg. Now, Heromarine is on top of this. Zerglings in the main are going to stop this Reaper. The Reaper wants to see if there's an all-in. Sees no lair, no Baneling Nest, no Roach Warren. He says, okay, this looks like a completely normal build. Hellions are going to poke in on the third. He's going to even see one drone there. And he's just going to say, okay, grab ourselves a drone kill, and then pull back. So this is looking very standard out of Heromarine. Banshees with Cloak on the way. The Overlord for Heromarine going to come in. He's looking, of course, for that armory, but it's in the back of the natural. Hellions on the front, get a few Zergling kills. You need your queens up front and center to defend this as Gabe, but his queen production is a little bit slower than you might see from someone like Serral. And Kelazhur, of course, used to competing against the likes of Serral, a laser, these sort of players all year long. Oh, that Marine did not finish that Overlord. Lazy Marine. The Marine got bored. He was like, no, I'm done. It won't die. Hellions dive in, get a creep tumor. Overlord goes down. Hellions rotating around. They're looking for the angles. We've got 4 Spore Crawlers down for Heromarine, but that armory is almost done, guys. Are we going to see Hellbats morphing right on top of these queens? I think we might. We've got a Banshee going towards the main base. Hellbats morphing. Here we go. Pull out your shields and your big old flamethrowers. Let's go. Banshee in the main. Oh, nice Spore trick. Heromarine doesn't take any losses there just yet. Hellbat's going to come forward. That's a lot of Hellbats, guys. Already 8 morphing. A 9th one is going to join in as well. The Banshee has not found any damage. These Hellbats need to start getting the damage done. But look at this micro. Heromarine pulling back the weakened queens, dropping transfuses as well. He's got to pull back further to really shut this down. The Banshee did manage to get in just north of this and grab 3 drones. It's going back in for more kills at the same time. You can see those drones stacking up at the queens. This is where the real battle is. I think he stayed a bit too clumped, a bit too long. These queens are starting to go down. Their Hellions just rallying in, doing a ton of damage. That Banshee on the north side went down, but queens falling on all sides. And the Hellbat's getting the mineral line. Oh no, up to 10 total workers killed. The queen goes down. The Banshee cloaks. No, he's got detection there. You got to be careful. Kelazhur leaving his Banshee in detection range. It goes down. Hellbat's down here, continuing to rally, and even a random Marine joins the fight here. Kelazhur doing so much damage with this Hellbat timing. Heromarine not quite having the queen count to deal with this. Not able to keep up with the non-stop Hellion rally. These queens going down. More and more queens are popping, but the drones, that's where the real losses are happening. Too many drones are dying. He's doing spore tricks to keep drones alive for any moment longer. He's even making burrow in the midst of this. I feel like that's probably a hotkey misclick. I can't imagine that's a high priority in a time like this. Oh my god, Kelazhur gets the lineup! Oh my god. I talk a lot about Kelazhur as being the YOLO master, the guy who always dives deep. He never pulls back. He loves to just go deep, gets himself a nice skewer of barbecue there. Tasty, tasty teriyaki sticks, if you ask me. Teriyaki drones, my favorite sort of drones, of course. And the Banshees are going to do some good follow-up damage as well. Only 3 queens out on the map, even more drones going down. That's a pain in the butt for Heromarine. And that Banshee's just chilling. Heromarine's like, yep, there's no way. I'm not coming back from this. He's like, I know what happens next in this game. I'll show you guys around the replay real quickly. Why was he leaving? Because we've got Hellions and Banshees still building, which are going to keep just roasting him and keeping the pressure on, keeping him building Zerglings. 1-1's on the way. 3 barracks is about to start producing. 3rd command center's landing. And he's still taking damage. He doesn't have a 4th. He doesn't have upgrades. His evos are there, but he hasn't started them. He doesn't have a lair started. Like, he is so far behind, and he knows a player of Kelazhur's quality is just too good for him in that scenario. So there we go, a 3-2 lead for Kelazhur. Kelazhur goes deep there, takes the 3-2 lead. We're going to launch into map number 6. Verquer says spin the wheel, but it doesn't even relate to the actual matchups. Spin the wheel! People are requesting a spin of the wheel. Okay, guys, we're going to see if it's correct. Let's see if the wheel gets it right. So we were doing this earlier, but we are casting this one off replays. Let's see, which matchup are we going to get? It is TVT. No, it's incorrect. We already saw the wheel. We already saw TVT. This one's obviously done off replays. The players chose it themselves, guys. Let's go. And here we go. Spawning into map number 5, down here in the bottom right-hand side in the blue, the Terran player. It's Mouse Esports Heromarines. People are easily entertained. Yeah, people like spinning wheels, for sure. Up here in the top left, Panda Global Gaming, it's Kelazhur. Hey, Edhasa. Thank you, dude. Welcome to the Pigsty. Swagustenberg, thank you for that sub. Of course, everyone has hopped over from Scarlet stream. We are watching the other semi-finals in the tournament. Some of you would have watched Scarlet play first person. Earlier today, we cast her semi-finals. She made it through to the finals over Raynor. It was amazing. So she's waiting in the grand finals for the winner of this, and it is going to be a Zerg versus Terran for this matchup. It looks like Kelazhur here with the Zerg, Heromarine with the Terran. So we're getting the immediate reversal here. Of course, these players did take turns picking the matches. So no doubt, after Kelazhur picked Terran versus Zerg, Heromarines like, oh, okay, I'll play Terran versus Zerg too, buddy. I'll show you what I got. There's always people asking in chat, so I'll update one more time, guys. This is the StarCraft Master Tournament, where, of course, all sorts of awesomeness has happened. Spoilers? Well, it happens. I mean, you tune into a live cast. I'll stop spoiling, I guess, but it was literally like an hour ago. I don't know, man. spoilers, the games are still incredible. You've got to watch that series anyway, guys. It's well worth it. Anyways, yeah, basically this tournament is more important than BlizzCon. It's the precursor to BlizzCon, but it's just the cursor to BlizzCon. This tournament is all about finding who's the best with all 3 races. We rotate through all 9 matchups through the best of 9, and it is a lot of fun. Sorry, Pig, you haven't explained it enough. Why is Heromarine playing Terran? Why is Kelazhur playing Zerg? What's going on? I know, I've said it 4,000 times, haven't I? But I'm going to say it again, because there's a lot of people tuning in as we go, and that's totally fine. Basically, we rotate through all 9 matchups, and we get to see the players in every possible situation. Every possible matchup. Main race versus off race versus off race, main race versus main race. Now remember, guys, Kelazhur has the lead in this series because he's won the Terran versus Terran between these two. He won the main race versus main race. And, you know, Heromarine here looking to put one back on the board with main race versus off race to tie things up. But a couple of cheeky Zerglings going to come in and slow down that command center. At the same time, the Reaper is going to be pulled back. The SCV gets pulled back. Oh, these Zerglings going to go for the Marine. Are they going to get it? Nice block on the SCV. That SCV used to be a linebacker, I guess. Is that the position where you just block people? That's a linebacker, right? I understand the American foosball. I got my references. The SCV did a good job of blocking. This Reaper's going to be a bit of a dick, but nice Spore Crawler tricks. Kelazhur saves those and has opened up a very annoying... Oh, no! Heromarine not watching. He's going to lose the Reaper. Oh, I think he thought he clicked it down here, but a bit of a misclick on the minimap. Of course, he did spot the Roach Warren. He knows what's going on. There is a Roach push coming. Now, how committed is this, guys? 3 Roaches. We've got Ling Speed on the way. But I think Kelazhur's just going to drone behind this. I think this is like a fake out push. What do you think? Let's see that production tab. What are we doing behind it? Kelly. 12 Zerglings. Oh my, 3 Ravages just into mass Zergling maybe? Oh, maybe it's like a surprise attack where you make it look like a Ravager poach. A Ravager poach. You make it look like a Roach Ravager poke, and then you just try to hide the Lings, and when they come back down to retake their natural, you rush in with the Ravagers sniping a tank, and the Zerglings going full YOLO. Heromarine's pulled back to the high ground. He's got a bunker up. He's got a tank coming out, a medevac, Marines. I feel like Kelazhur's got to be cheeky with this. He should not show his hand too early. There's already a tank out. And once you get a medevac, you actually can't kill that siege tank unless it sieges up. Notice how he's sending the tank in front, because the tank has longer range than these units. It's got 7 range out of siege mode, so it can actually just chase them away. And you can always hot pick up with a medevac, and that'll actually protect it. But the advantage here comes with, as I said, you're just pulling Zerglings as Kelazhur. Kelazhur is a Terran player. He knows the weakness of when you move down, you say, okay, cool, it's over. It's chill now. It should be fine. It was just a light pressure because he lost the Reaper. There's no scouting out here. And the thing is, these Ravagers, okay, they're going to just, be like, oh, okay, you're poking out. But he's waiting. He's got a lot of Zerglings. He's going to go for it. Heromarine realizes what's up. He's like, why are your Ravagers still here? He's picking back up. He's going onto the high ground. The Marines pulling back. The SCVs are going to have to fight. He's trying to bile down the depots, but the Marines holding strong on the ramp. And beautiful crisis management by Heromarine. Those SCVs and Marines were worth their weight in gold. The tanks are still alive. The Vikings landed. And I think Kelazhur has to just probe up now. He's got to drone up. He's killed some SCVs, but he's still got too many fighting units on the ground here. I don't think he's going to break Heromarine, but he's actually still just holding it down. He's still got 3 Ravagers. And you know what? There's always a chance the Terran just sieges his tanks. You run in and kill them, right? Maybe Heromarine gets lazy and does that. So he's going to keep going for the all-in. The Viking going across the map. It sees more Lings coming. That's all you really need to know to be mega safe. Look, he's just holding on his ramp. He's not making the mistake of sieging the tanks. Now he is, but that's pretty far back. And as long as the other tanks and Marines kind of stay in front, killing units as they come forward, it should be okay. There's a 3rd tank in the back. There's more Marines. There's a Liberator. And it's just more Roaches and Zerglings for Kelazhur. Kelazhur's hoping for the 3rd wave to get the job done. This is as filthy as you can possibly play as a Zerg. He's just trying to take advantage of the fact that Terran has no scouting. You know, right now, Heromarine, he scouted a 3rd base going down, but that's about it. Ling's gonna just dive. I don't think there's enough Lings, though. The Ravagers aren't here. He's gonna get 1 tank. Oh, nice Biles, actually. Oh, he's gonna take out all the Marines as well. 2 tanks do get out of there. Nice medevac save. This was a decent engage by Kelazhur, but I think he should have synced up his units just a little bit better. His Lings were a bit far ahead of his Ravagers. This tank on the back, though, doing a good job. He should be able to bile down this wall, and he's got more Zerglings on the way. He's building a Spore Crawler in the main as well. He knows there's a Liberator coming across the map. Great anticipation here from Kelazhur. He's doing everything he can to cheese Heromarine out of this game. Heromarines having none of it. Heromarine is like, no, no, no. Oh, man. 2 siege tank shots on those Ravagers. Yeah, they get the depot, but the Ravagers are soft right now, dude. Liberator comes in, gets a single drone before it goes down. Good defense by Kelazhur, who's still on 24 workers. And with the 4th wave of YOLO Ravagerling is just going to get pushed back. He's trying to drone now. Oh my god. Heromarine is like very slowly getting barracks, engineering bays, and a command center up. And his whole game plan is just survive, just don't die, just don't die. His medevac's like, time to do some counter pressure. And he's like, ah, oh, no, you're still going all in. Is he gonna counter? He's gonna counter pressure with this. Okay. He's thinking about it. He's trying to bait out the biles, trying to keep an eye on what's going on. He's gonna go across the map. He's like, I've got enough tanks. I'm safe. He's gonna go across there. A 5th siege tank, a 6th one in production, 3rd orbital on the way. And here we go. Heromarines just going to poke around and keep tabs. He says, you are droning now. It's the slowest economy transition of all time. Redrops. Kills a few Zerglings. Is going to redrop on the high ground. Does lose 1 Marine. And of course, we'll just have to fly around out of there. So this is pretty much a foregone conclusion at this point. Kelazhur's whole hope will be catching Heromarine unsieged. Probably before 1-1 and Stim is finished. But he's building 11 more drones, so I think he's going to miss that window. I feel like being really dumb and making more Ravagerling and hoping Heromarine moves his army out here, which he's going to do. That would have been his best chance if he just made mass Ravagerling and went now. He could have won the game. The 0% would have been a 2% chance of winning, guys. Wow, Kelazhur is bad at this game. He didn't even realize that he should have just kept making Ravagerling and gone for the 7th wave. Wow, Kelazhur, you're so silly. How did you not see that opportunity? Yeah, honestly, Kelazhur is so far behind. People will be like, but the supply. He's making unupgraded roaches. 1-1 Stim bio tank. Literally like the biggest counter to this composition is coming out. There's a fucking mosquito in my room. I'm gonna kill. Ooh, I wanna kill you. I wanna kill you. God damn, it's like buzzing around me. Hold on, hold on. It landed on my monitor, and I just slapped my monitor. That's probably not a wise idea, pig. Headshot. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. Alright, guys, we're gonna go on Heromarine's vision here for a second while I... wipe that off my hands. What's happening, guys? Thank you, Sparkling, for the Twitch Prime sub. So, guys, we're just watching Heromarine try and close out this game. Kelazhur really trying to find a way back in. He still could catch this army unsieged, but no, he doesn't have the numbers. He's looking for the ambush. He's like, go! And the unsieged Marine tank just cleaves its way through his army. Unupgraded Roachling versus 1-1 Stim Bio Medevac tank. It's just... Oh, he even had a big counterattack from behind, but they weren't ready. He had a massive Ravagers from behind, but they weren't ready. He's going to try and bile it. Some nice biles are going to land. I mean, this is like a sick ambush by Kelazhur, right? He knew what he wanted to achieve here, but he was just so far behind. Hats off to Kelazhur for being an absolute boss and trying to make that work. He couldn't quite close it out. Heromarine ties up the series 3-3. We're going to game number 7. Hot damn, that's awesome. Don't forget to hang around, guys, for the end of the series. I'll be giving away another BlizzCon virtual ticket at the end of this semi-final. And the finals is not going to be played today. It will be played when I get back from BlizzCon. But it's just, I mean, it's been really fun to get these games going now on the current patch while the games are current. I was hoping to get the finals done before I left. Unfortunately, we didn't quite hit that deadline. That's cool. Let's see what the next matchup is here. Exclamation mark master in chat, guys, whenever people are asking about the matchups, please. If no one can be bothered answering it, please do just hit that up. Alright, guys, game number 7 in this best of 9. Down here in the bottom right hand side, in the blue, the Protoss player, it is Heromarine. And it looks like both players are just taking turns using their main race versus off race matchup picks. Because Kelazhur in the top left, in the red, the Terran player. It's Panda Global's Kelazhur. Looks like Kelazhur has picked Terran versus Protoss for this one, but they're both going to be out of main race versus off race after this match. So this series, even if Kelazhur wins this one, like no matter who wins this series is going to be decided on off race matchups, off race versus off race. We're gonna have to see some more of those, you know, Protoss versus Zerg and Zerg versus Protoss from both sides as the last two matchups, I believe. So this should be a lot of fun. A lot of people just throwing fake commands in chat. The raffle will not open up until the end of the series, guys. I'll let you all know when the raffle opens up to try and get that BlizzCon virtual ticket. For now, Heromarine just doing what looks like a standard opening out. This is a big map. And he's gonna, yeah, he's looking to go for an expansion. But he's about to see, wait a second. Uh-oh. You're doing what every Terran does always. And he's gonna go for his second gas. A Cybercore. Will he be going for the Zealot? We saw Scarlet do the coolest thing earlier today, where she built a Zealot, pylon blocked the wall off, and then ran across and did crazy damage with a Zealot. Oh my god, that was like the coolest. And she even built like a shield battery and got an adept over there. Go watch the VOD of Scarlet from earlier today. I'll be posting all the VODs of this whole tournament on YouTube over the next few days, guys. So if you've missed a lot of it, definitely follow my YouTube. Just Pig Starcraft over there. Exclamation mark YT for YouTube in chat if you want to get a link. And this probe here. Ooh, factory at home, but Kelazhur invests in an extra early third depot to block the scouting. And that makes it so awkward for Heromarine. Heromarine doesn't know what's going to be coming next. The Reaper's already in here. That SCV trying to drill a probe in the back. The probes are going to just fight it. And there we go. Oh, Reaper does get one kill. That SCV still trying to finish off that weakened probe. This is really cute. The SCV actually adding a good bit of damage in here. And guess what? The Reaper comes in for the finish, gets a second. Is it going to get a third? Is it going to get a third? Kelazhur doing some big damage to Heromarines' probe line. Two probes have gone down, but the Adept's now out, and that Reaper's going to have to bail. It's got to get out of there. Uh-oh, it's healing. Is it going to get 24 hit points? It gets 24 hit points. It survives with 4 hit points remaining. That probe goes down as well, though. There are 2 Reapers on the map. The barracks decides to float home. The factory building a reactor. The barracks is going to go land, and we are going to see a command center hidden down here from Heromarine. Where is that command center? Reaper is going to try and dive into the main base. There is a Stalker that's about to pop, though. Heromarine, very well prepared for this. Will force that Reaper out. Where is that command center here? Kelazhur. Kelazhur's got a lot of money right now, but I think wants to build the command center on location. He's going to wait for double Cyclone before dropping the CC. Fascinating. Had the money for that command center for a long time, but really wants to get these 2 Cyclones out ASAP. Fair enough. Of course, Heromarine still on 1 base, so it's more important for Kelazhur to get out fighting units right now, both for aggressive and defensive purposes, than it is to get that command center started. And are we going to see a starport in the follow-up? That's the next question. I would love to see one because with an Immortal already out, there could be a Warp Prism coming. And that's always very dangerous. The Reapers dive in one more time. Kelazhur just bouncing around. The Nexus starts up. 3rd and 4th Cyclone on the way. We see that Observer entering the fray now. These Reapers poking around. They're still just checking to see if there's any aggression. And the Warp Prism starts up as expected. Heromarine took a lot of economic damage early this game. 2 Stalkers on the backside block those Reapers. They have to withdraw. And it looks like just a lot of Cyclones for now for Kelazhur. This is an interesting follow-up. I feel like I'm really curious to see what he does next. That's really what I want to find out here for Kela. That Reaper could go down if the Adept completes the Shade and gets a hit on it, but no. Reapers did pull back fast enough. We've got 4 Cyclones on the way. So he is actually going to commit with the poke and make a 5th and 6th Cyclone. Now starting a 2nd barracks and a starport. Okay, Observer's going to come across. It did not see this move out. And these Reapers have really kept track of Heromarine's army. If Heromarine can bait... Oh, I mean, if Kelazhur can bait Heromarine out here, that's going to be great. Kelazhur baits him out. Does a really good job. And does get, of course, that Adept kill, the Immortal and the Zealot running home. This Observer sees a few more Cyclones popping out as well. Ooh, the Reapers trying to rotate in the main. They do go down. 1 Cyclone takes heavy damage. That Immortal, though, is massively bruised right now. The Reaper is going to go into the main base, trying to create a problem there. At the same time, Cyclones go on the front. They're actually going to try and take down the Prism. They do take it down, but he's going to... Oh, that was a bit ambitious. Kelazhur going for the YOLO maneuver here. Loses 3 Cyclones for a Warp Prism. The Reaper does get a few probe kills, but that Cyclone on the front went down as well. This Reaper here, up to 5 kills total. It's going to have to run away now. Don't get me wrong, though. Kelazhur is still ahead in economy. The Prism going down definitely slows down any counterattack potential. We see 2 more Prisms queuing up for Heromarine. Gets rid of one of those from the queue. Looks like it was a mistake, but more Stalkers coming. Heromarine would love to go and attack again. We've got Widow Mines going out of the map. More Cyclones, more Marines. Stim on the way. A 3rd Barracks trying to build up the SCV count. Kelazhur's economy is miles ahead of Heromarines right now. Up at 500-600 minerals a minute. Up 10 workers. Up a lot of mules as well. I mean, this base is looking just crap. It's looking depleted for Heromarine, but Heromarine is a very scary push. The bunker's not ready. There's only a few Cyclones. The Reaper here, though, trying to buy time, doing a very good job. Reaper's still alive. And at this point, you've got to realize there's a push coming. Good trade. That Widow Mine kills a Stalker. It will go down. But can this bunker get up? That's the important thing right now. Kelazhur can get that bunker up. That's going to really help anchor the defense. You really need to pull a lot of dudes. The problem is all these things are armored. Immortals just do too much damage versus this. Oh no, the Marine's not able to get in the bunker. The Cyclones just got focused down. Kelazhur was slow to pull back the Cyclones. Slow to get the mass repair down. And that's what I was talking about. Mass Cyclone, not that good when there's multiple Immortals on the field. They just get focused down too much. Kelazhur needed to be really quick on pulling his units back away from the Immortal focus fire. Missing that opportunity is what's probably going to lose Kelazhur the game here. Heromarine with some beastly Protoss counterattacks. If he can take down Kelazhur's Terran with his Protoss, that will be a huge momentum swing in this series. Kelazhur won the Terran versus Terran, but Heromarine might win the Protoss first Terran. And look at this, he knows these SCVs are a threat, so he's just kiting backwards. He's not letting them surround him in a pitched battle. These Cyclones are so vulnerable. The Marine's so vulnerable. Look at that! Cyclone just disappears. And once again, these Immortals do that disappearing trick that they are so fond of. I mean, the Immortals are the Joker, and the Cyclones are that gangster guy who didn't see the pencil coming. They just get knocked straight off the field. Finally, the Immortals are going down, but not before that work is killed. Tab hits 40. Another Cyclone goes down, and the Stalkers, the more mobile, agile unit, faster than those Immortals, are going to retreat across the map. But that was devastating damage, and Kelazhur is deep, deep in Terrible Town right now. He is in Shit City. Oh, dude, he's taking so much economic damage. Behind this, Heromarine finally saturating his natural. He's got to be thinking about a 3rd base at this point. He's got sentries. I mean, yeah, Cyclones, oh, it's just Immortals counter them so well. And look at this base. This is not what you want. 15 SCVs, 3 barracks. You've got Stim Marines with no shields and no medevacs. Heromarine with a very decisive counterattack. And I do think Kelazhur had what he needed to defend. He just needed his bunkers up earlier. He needed his 2nd Widow Mine in position, and he needed to pull those Cyclones back as they were getting focused down and get his SCVs into the fray quicker. He needed some SCVs buffering and some repairing the bunker. Nice force field trap. That'll be the end of that. That pylon will go down, but the Cyclones are deadsies. Will the last one take a sentry with it? Does not look like it. It's just dead. And I think Kelazhur might just tap out with that. I'm not sure if he can believe what's happened in this game. He's going to try an 8 Marine drop. See if he can get something done with that. We've got Glaives and +1 on the way. Just a very safe follow-up for Heromarine. That's a good way to play. Yeah, I mean, Kelazhur's like, look, I'm more experienced with Terran. Maybe I can make this happen. But right now, Heromarine's got a big, fat, big Gabe smile on his face going, yeah, I fucked you up, man. Yeah, I fucked you up. Oh, shit. Kelazhur's going to stim in with these Marines. And, you know, he's got to be a little bit annoyed with how this one's going, that's for sure. Heromarines very happy with this. Oh, no, boost just ran out. Those Stalkers doing some good damage. This Marine's already heavily damaged. More Marines are coming out. It's pure Marine versus Sentry, Stalker, Immortal. Soon to be Adepts as well. The lack of a 3rd is important, because this base is mining out, you know. He's actually way oversaturated on his natural. Should probably put some of those in his main. He's going to move down to a 3rd now. Is Heromarine. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, 1, 2, only 2 Marines go down, but all of them heavily bruised, and the drop has been shut down. More Marines and medevacs building up. We've got an engineering bay building. Interesting. I think he's worried about DTs a little bit, and he's trying to rebuild. He's trying to get back into a normal game. The Observer sees everything, though. Heromarines like, yep, you don't have a third command center. I've got nothing to worry about here. I'm just going to push you. There's a Warp Prism coming out. He's got Resonating Glaives. How many Adepts have we got? So it's 7 Sentries, 2 Immortals, 9 Stalkers. You add big Warpins of Glaive Adepts on that, and it's just gross. I say big Warpins. There's only 6 Gateways, but that's all right. He'll still be able to spend most of his money with that, if not all of it. Blink's on the way as well. We've got a few Widow Mines going out to try and get some free kills on Stalkers. Heromarine warping in those Adepts, and there are going to be so many Force Fields, so much Guardianship. Kelazhur's going to kind of flank this army accidentally. Oh my god, I mean, this might work out to Kelazhur's favor, but I don't think so. I think the Force Fields are too good. He's kind of trapped outside of his own base. Oh my god. He can't do anything. His army's just trapped. If he tries to go through that choke, he's just going to get jammed up against it. A few Marines do indeed get trapped. And, oh, nice Widowmine shot, but it's not enough. SCVs are getting wrecked. I mean, Heromarines in this slightly dicey position, but he's just got the numbers. It doesn't matter. He's up 22 army supply right now. Heromarine is just smashing face right now. Protoss versus Terran, and he is looking for that juicy win. He just wants to close it out. He's not letting his army separate. He took out the command center. Snaps a medevac all the way up there. I can't believe he landed that last Stalker shot. Hot damn. The units are now splitting up a little bit. Kelazhur's like, let's go base trade. Mass shield battery, sentry, stalker, cannon at home. Good choice. Just anything. Kelazhur's looking for the draw. He's looking for the... Oh. I think Heromarine got too much time to prepare. If he just warps in more Adepts, I think he can hold on with the probe pool. Yeah, I mean, he can just recall as well. I totally forgot. Heromarine just recalls, is like, it's fine, dude. There is no way. Kelazhur's like, oh, crap. And that's it, guys. Heromarine takes a 4-3 lead in this series. 1 game away from finishing it. Wins the main race, the off race versus main race there. Kelazhur has got to be a little bit salty about that one. And we've got 1 or 2 maps left in this series, guys. Let's find out what that next map is, as I think it's Heromarine's pick. And I think it has to be a Zerg versus Protoss. I think that's all we've got left. The question is, what races does Heromarine choose? They both choose both of them to spawn as. Is he better with Protoss or Zerg? We're gonna find out. Actually, I think there was a ZVP earlier in this series, right? I'm trying to remember. There's so many games, it all blends into one. We'll find out in a moment. It's Cerulean Fall as the next map. Oh, did we not play TVP? Oh my god, I totally forgot. Actually, they did play ZVPs earlier on, didn't they? Hot damn, gang. Hot damn. Oh. Down here in the bottom left-hand side in the blue, representing Mouse Esports. 1 game away from closing it out, and he's on main race versus off race. I forgot TVP was still there. Heromarine still had 1 main race versus off race pick left to him. And he's going to use it up now to try and finish out this series. It is Heromarine. Big Gabe is going to try and show how it's done. He's like, mate, you don't even know how to beat Protoss. Kelazhur's like, mate, I'm going to Protoss the shit out of you. Representing Panda Global, it's Kelazhur. And I think he's going to proxy gate. Yep. He's going to do the proxy gate build. Nasty, nasty build order. We've seen this a few times from players in this matchup. Going to try and get lots of Stalkers in there early. But I mean, I imagine as Heromarine, you're probably going to be going for an SCV scout, especially off a barracks gas opening. And if he just pulls up into his main or responds very quickly, he should be good. Let's see. I mean, Heromarine still hasn't SCV scouted. Ooh, okay, Kelazhur. I mean, this is what you want as the Protoss. You don't want them to see exactly what's going on. This could be amazing. If Kelazhur takes this to game number 9, that would be awesome. We haven't seen a game 9 yet. We've seen a couple of game 8 series. We haven't seen a game 9. We've got the second gateway on the way. That probe coming in for a little bit of a harass. It's just going to run away now, try and regen its shields. The drilly boys, as always, ready with their drills standing firm and erect, though. Meanwhile, the Cybercore is finishing up that gas mining here for Kelazhur. Zealot on the way. That started up a little bit slow. And, Heromarine. He's like, I don't need to scout your base. I just scout over there. Okay, is he going to try and get this up? Yeah, he's going to go for the bunker on the low ground. And that Zealot being slow is actually a gigantic pain. That Zealot should have been out a little bit earlier. I don't know if it would have gotten here on time, but yeah, it does feel a bit slow. This Reaper is going to go across this map now. It's going to hunt down this probe. We've got Stalkers starting up. I mean, even getting the bunker up, that doesn't guarantee you're safe because Stalkers can run by, but it makes a strong point where it's very awkward. If the Stalkers run past, they can get surrounded by SCVs. We've got a Stalker there, a Stalker there. Quick Nexus behind it. It's not all in from Kelazhur. Kelazhur is still going to be trying to find some good damage, though, in the follow-up. Stalker comes forward, starts to do a little bit of damage here. Is going to run straight past, but ooh, that might have been a bit too ballsy. Yeah, Heromarine immediately engages, uses the Reaper to tank that, of course. It does have its combat drugs, which allow it to heal after the initial fight. Zealot runs past as well. Ooh, Reaper Grenade there. Does nicely. That Stalker starting to regen shields, but it takes a Marine shot. No more shield regen for you, Stalker, and that's a good play there by Heromarine. Look at that micro, that Zealot. The Zealot's going down. Gets one Marine. One Marine got sliced before he got back in the bunker, but the Zealot goes down. The Stalkers are taking a lot of damage in that command center. That's what Heromarine was fighting for, and he finishes it. Loads this SCV to safety, gets it back out, can start repairing that bunker if he wants. These Stalkers are in the main base, though. Kelazhur is looking for more kills. He's got a Nexus at home. He does have an economic follow-up, but he wants more damage. These Stalkers are going to focus down the Reaper. Nice focused. Is he going to get it? Yes, the Stalker from the low ground takes it down, but this Stalker in the high ground is 2 Marine shots from death, and those Marine shots will take it down. On the low ground, the Stalker does not have any access to more easy targets. A Robo goes up at home. Kelazhur's follow-up is good. He can start chronoing probes. This has been a trade-off for both sides. The Cyclone coming out is going to spell the end of it, but not before that bunker goes down. Doesn't get the refund on that bunker. That's good. Kelazhur denies the 75 mineral refund. Cyclone, as I said, can start to push this home. The Adept comes forward and sees that there's a reactor there. It does cancel it at the last second. Gets another Stalker out, and then we'll have to abandon this gateway. Of course, chrono boosting the probes at home is Kelazhur. He's transitioning out of it quite well. The starport's been massively delayed, only now going down for Heromarine at the 4-minute mark. He also drops the scan to confirm he's not being all-in with another wave of silliness. Scouts out front with his Cyclone, pulls it back, says, let's be safe. Even though you've got an expansion, you still could have a lot of Stalkers out, and that indeed is the case. Warp Prism on the way. I wonder if Kelazhur just cuts probes here. Ooh, yeah, I love this attack. This is a beautiful attack. So he's cut probe production on both Nexi. Neither of them have those flashing lights on the side. Of course, we have the production tab, but if Heromarine scouts that, he'll know. Gateway is going down, and it's going to be an 8-gate, maybe 6-gate or 7-gate prism attack. Now, he's already got a fast warp-in point on the front, so we can start reinforcing there. But what's at home? I mean, we've got a few Marines. There's a Cyclone or 2 in the main base watching for oracles. There's more Marines building, a Widowmine and Medevac. Medevac doesn't do a lot. Really, he would want a siege tank. More than anything, Heromarine would want a siege tank. Tech lab starts. He's getting prepared for this, but the Prism is already almost here. There's an Observer on the way, which will help with the Widowmine, but oh, is he going to see those sentries? I think he might have spotted those sentries. I'm not 100% sure. I think he's worried about the Prism, actually. Maybe he spotted the Warp Prism coming out. He's going to go for a drop, but he sees, he knows. Kelazhur was going to try and force field the ramp, but it's been spotted. I don't think Kelazhur realized he's been spotted. Oh no, Kelazhur's going to get cornered. If he just pulls SCVs, Heromarine can shut this down. Oh, this is scary. Kelazhur needs another warp, and he can't lose that Warp Prism. Heromarine was way too prepared for this. He spotted it coming. Kelazhur did not realize that drop came out and saw it. Loses the full energy sentries. His units are taking so much damage. Yeah, he's killing a few SCVs. He's trying to get a warp in, but it's not done in time. It gets shut down before the Adepts finish warping. And a sneaky, gambly attack from Kelazhur turns into an absolute disaster. Recalls nothing out except body parts. Doesn't even recall the body parts, apparently. Those Stalkers just die on the spot. Adepts trying to warp across the map. What is the follow-up? More gateways? Try to take some gases? Kelazhur is in desperation town. Heromarine running a clinic here. He won the Protoss vs. Terran, and now he is looking to shut down Kelazhur's cheeky Protoss vs. Terran build. Look at that. Heromarine stays a long time. Ooh, dancing with fire there. Realizing he could just wait to the last second. He's got a siege tank up at home, and I think that's enough. Putting more Marines in the bunker. Kelazhur's got to back off. Loses an Adept. Loses some shields. Has another Prism. He's up to a lot of gateways. Adding an Immortal, but I mean, it's just so obvious what he's doing at this point, and all Heromarine needs to do is defend. The Cyclones are poking to check that he's not going for that Prism rotation again. I think Kelazhur is going to try and ferry into the main base one more time, but look at that. Heromarine realizing he just needs to live. He doesn't have a lot of production, so he's got to make sure he doesn't get surprised, and look at that. We're going to see Kelazhur come in and go, oh crap. Is he going to go for it anyway? There's a Widowmine there. Oh no, he's going to take the Widow Mine to the face. Oh, get the hell out, get the hell out. He's going to bail. He's going to bail, get out of dodge. Twilight Council and third Nexus on the way. Kelazhur trying to stay flexible, trying to roll with the punches. Heromarine still has shit production. He's only just starting his second and third barracks. There is a small chance for Kelazhur to do this in the macro game just because Heromarine has been so afraid. I mean, this third orbital is on the way, though. The economy for Heromarine is about to blossom. His upgrades, his production will explode in the next few minutes. I think Kelazhur still needs to plan out a very nasty way to finish this. I don't know if it's DT drops. I don't know if it's a mass charge lot flank. I don't know what the hell he's got to do, but he's got to do something tricky. As Stalker goes down, finally, it's time for Heromarine to get on the map. He's going to move out there with 2 Cyclones in a medevac, and there is nothing more big Gabe than a couple of Cyclones to assert map control. Well, Diego has something to say about it. The Stalkers shut down that medevac. Heromarine did scan and saw all the Immortals, by the way, so he knows what he's up against. Stim is finally on the way. The barracks starting to take control of these add-ons. 5 barracks on the way. 3rd command center landing. Heromarine very safe with his positioning. This is looking reminiscent of that Terran vs Zerg game where Kelazhur just kept looking for an opening and Heromarine just kept locking him out on Fracture. And here on Cerulean Falls, Heromarine just looking very comfortable, even adding bunkers, yeah. He knows he just has to survive. Right now there's charge on the way, probe production starting up, but it's always a little bit late. Kelazhur kind of goes for the attack, it gets blocked, and then he adds the economy. He's down in overall supply. His supply is not that great. The tank count, one of the best defensive units in the game, is there. Stim getting closer and closer to done, and 5 barracks production is now up. Every second that goes by, Heromarines' position goes from strong to stronger, and he's setting up this impenetrable defenses. I think Kelazhur, this is not the angle you're looking for, but he's already somewhat committed. He's already thinking about it. He's got charge. He's adding an armor upgrade. He's thinking about how he can crack the nut that is Heromarine. But I think Heromarine might be the only one cracking a nut in this game, if you know what I'm saying. Because he wants to go to that Grand Finals to play against Scarlet. He has been crushing it so far. Managed to win that PVT to get himself in this position. All he needs to do is close this game out. Diego's digging deep, though. He is playing as hard as he can with his Protoss. The scan maintains the lock-on, but the Prism does barely get out of there. These Stalkers roaming around. They don't even have blink, but they're pretending they do. Stim is done. Combat shields about to finish. The Marine and Marauder count is getting big. 32 Marines, 7 Marauders, 6 tanks, a Raven and a couple of medevacs. And this Terran army, Protoss army, sorry, is looking a little bit sad. Yeah, there's double Forge on the way. Yeah, there's blink. Yeah, there's charge. But when you get to 160, 170, 180 supply, Marine and Marauder doesn't care as much about charge. You suddenly need Psystorm. And that is just not the case. Heromarines pushing forward. He knows where the army is. He knows what he's got to do. Just one big clean fight. As long as he doesn't get trapped by force fields with his tanks and bios separate from each other, he'll be fine. Pulls back the bio. He's scanning ahead. Heromarine sees the army. He's gonna siege. He's gonna siege. Oh my god, anti-armor missiles land. He stims forward. The tanks are gonna siege up in between the bases. And he forces Kelazhur into a desperate defensive engagement. The arc is good. The Guardian Shield is good. The probe pull reaction is great. But it doesn't matter how well you handle a terrible situation when you're this far behind in the numbers. He's going to lose all of his probes, and there's still going to be enough bio to roll through the rest of this Protoss army. Kelazhur putting on a great show throughout this tournament. Managed to make it here to the semifinals, but I think it's going to be the end of his road. Big Gabe is showing some incredible depth of skill across all 3 races. He wants to be the true StarCraft master. And he's just got to close this game out. The last wave of resistance getting knocked down. Kelazhur taps out. Good game. And it will be the 5-3 victory there. Heromarine takes it out. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. Nicely done. Heromarines going through to your grand finals. He is your 2nd grand finalist. And that's going to be